happy Sunday. Hopefully this week Facebook is going to cooperate. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So if you were with us last week, you know that of course we went way over last week, but about an hour into the chat, yeah, it went over an hour last week. Facebook just went completely and cut us off. So yeah, hopefully Facebook will cooperate this week, and it looks like there's a couple of you popping in, so hopefully it's going to let us have comments. Hopefully it's going to let us have hopefully it's going to stick with us. So yeah, somebody say something so I know that Facebook is working. So it was mean last week. Yeah, it was so mean to us last week. We were about an hour into the chat, and I was trying to wrap up. I was trying really hard to wrap up the chat, and it just went, and just cut us off. And Sybil, thank you. Yeah, Sybil did a thumbs up, so thank you, ma'am. Hey, Cynthia, and hey, Sybil. So yeah, thank you all for letting me know that you're there. Hey, Kim. Looks like there are several of you all there now. Hey, Tina. Thank you all for the love bucks. People are already sending those. Hey, Carol. We'll talk about love bucks again here in just a second. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, how are you? Have you been doing any meal prep lately? Hey, Kathy. Aloha, Kathy. Hey, Mindy. Oh, and Mindy's from Charleston, South Carolina. Ooh, is it hot there? Because it is hot here. It is so hot here. Yeah. And yay, Casey's here as Casey. Awesome. And hey, Lisa. Hey, Sylvia from Canada. So Sylvia, we're going to talk about something Canadian. Seriously, something Canadian here in just a second. Not really. Yeah. Hey, Kathy. And hey, Janet. She said, Janet is watching with her daughter Stephanie Crosby visiting from Indiana. Hey, daughter. Hey, daughter Stephanie. Good to see you. Yeah, and Janet says it's hot in Indiana. Hello. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Carol. And hey, another Cheryl. Hey, Mary. We've got dueling names here, already going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Mindy says, yes, but it's beautiful right now. It is so hot here. It's so hot. Hey, Joyce, and hey, Tammy. So y'all remember back in the winter, some of you that are here, hey, Sherry, some of you that have been around for a little while, y'all remember back in the winter when I was kind of whining about, and Casey said Alyssa's waving at the phone. Yeah, I kind of doubt she's waving at the phone, but hello, Alyssa. Hey, Lilybug. How are you? Hey, Lynn. And hey, Jennifer. And hey, Loretta. So last winter when I was complaining, hey, Brandy, about it being so cold, and I promised that I wouldn't complain when it got hot, I lied. I'm complaining. And hey, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. And it's Renee's first time here live with us. Yay, everybody say hey, hello to Renee. Yeah, hey, Renee, so glad you're with us. And Kimberly's here. Yeah, hey, hello, Kimberly, and hey, hello, Liliana. Yeah, awesome, guys. Remember when I was saying, hey, Joanne, when I was saying that I wouldn't complain about it being hot? I'm complaining. I kind of lied. But the sidewalk temperature today was 112. Hey, Ruth, and hey, Cynthia. I already said hi to you, Cynthia. Sorry. You're saying hi to Renee. But anyway, and it's Kimberly's second live, so everybody say hi for the second time to Kimberly. And hey, Kathy. Yeah, the sidewalk temperature was 112 today. So needless to say, Karen and I did not get to walk. Yeah, because we were going to melt. There's not a lot that will keep us from walking. Hey, Penny. We'll do some extreme temperatures. We'll do some fairly cold, and we'll do some pretty darn warm, and we'll do a lot of rain. One time, we actually took our shoes off and waded through an area that afterward we were thinking, yeah, no, we probably shouldn't. Hey, Lynn, that we probably shouldn't have waded through it. Probably wasn't a good idea, but yeah, we'll walk in some pretty big extremes. No lightning for me. I'm a big chicken when it comes to lightning or to tornadoes. Fortunately, we wouldn't be out in a tornado probably anyway. And hey, Angie. Hey, from Barbie. But yeah, so today it was too hot. It's just too hot. But happy Father's Day. Hello, Colleen. If we have any dads here, happy Father's Day to you. If you're a dad to a human child or to a fur child, happy Father's Day to you. So Alan had his first Father's Day this year, and I hope it was good. He got to see, of course, he got to see Alyssa, his own child, but his parents came over, and hey, Marlene, and his brothers, and I came over for a little bit, so hopefully he had a good one. Hopefully, fingers crossed. He actually has a very, very good baby. So Alyssa's, she's a little angel baby. So hopefully he had a good first Father's Day. John is spending Father's Day in Wilmington, North Carolina, working on a Dollar General store. So if anyone lives in Wilmington, North Carolina, and you go to visit that Dollar General store, please ooh and ah over the floors, because it's not going real well, so he may not be home until, you know, tomorrow or whatever. Yeah, oh yeah, whatever. And Angie says you're a hot Barbie. Yes, I am. I'm very hot, very hot. Yeah, and hey, Randy. Yeah, and hey, Liz. So anyway, super hot. Hey, Michelle. Oh, and YouTube people, if you're watching this later on YouTube, I will put in the comments where you can go to go straight to the chat so that you don't have to say, you know, do all the hi, hellos. But, you know, if you want to join us live sometime, you can. A lot of you came over from YouTube, so how many of you actually are here because you saw one of the chats? This is chat number 76. So how many of you are here? Just do a little, you know, somewhere in the comments, say yes or YouTube or hands up or something, you know, so that we can tell that you're there. And hey, Kim, how many of y'all came over from YouTube? So you didn't know about us, you didn't know that this was here, you didn't know our Facebook group was here. Gosh, that's a lot of hearts. Are the hearts because you came over from YouTube, or the hearts because you're sending love bucks? And I'll explain the love bucks again in just a second. But yeah, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, oh yeah, Sylvia came from YouTube. Awesome, yeah. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, I promise that that I will, Sybil, we'll have to read that out loud later. But we are, hey Inez and hey Marlene. So oh, that's quite a few of you. Oh, hey, and hey Ruth. Everybody say hi to Ruth. It's her first time. It's Ruth's first time here. So everybody say hello. Yeah, and Tanya's sending love bucks. Woohoo, yeah. And hey Sylvia. Yeah, oh, and Kim sending love bucks. Thank you very much. So, okay, so let me just say, YouTube people, if you're watching this later on YouTube, Sybil came from YouTube. Awesome. If YouTube people, if you don't want to sit through all the hi hellos, then I promise I will put down here in the comments when we're going to start. Hey, and Take's from YouTube. Hey, Take. I hope I said that correctly. I will put it down in the comments when we're going to start the actual chat, but I do say hi hello as much as I can at the beginning of these, so maybe you should come and watch us live, you know, so that I can say hi to you. But if I miss you, so if I start talking and I miss you, I promise I will say hi later, so keep saying hi. Okay, what the love bucks are about. Why, if you're on here live, you can see that people are sending, hey Betty, you can see that people are doing hearts and they're doing thumbs up. So those are love bucks. I actually put something on the blog to, you know, to kind of explain them. And hey Judy, yeah, you actually made it live. Awesome. Yay. Yeah. So I explained the love bucks on the blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Okay, and I have to stop. It's Lynn. It's another Lynn's first time. Hello, Lynn. Yeah. Hello, Lynn. Yeah, it's good to see you. And that's her first time. That Lynn's first time here. So everybody say hi to Lynn. And it's Teresa's first time live. So everybody say hello to Teresa. Awesome. And it is Cheryl's first time back in a month. So everybody say hello, Cheryl. We are so glad that you were here. Awesome. It's Robin's first time. Say hi to Robin. And it's R-O-B-I-N. No fancy Robins this time. No Y-Ns. Just R-O-B-I-N. And no, Angie, we're not talking about Braggs and pressure cookers. Yeah. Brags a tiny bit. It has a little, you know, it has a little honorable mention here. But anyway, so I explained the love bucks over on the blog, and it is Tammy's first time live here. This is crazy. I'm so glad you all are here. So hey, Tammy. Hello, everybody. Say hi to Tammy as well. But the love bucks I explained over on the blog. It's www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. And at the very top, because Jordan, while she was with us, yeah, in that short period of time that she was with us, she taught me how to add things on the menu. So thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. And so I figured out how to put it across the top. So basically what it says is that the love bucks, so Casey and I do this for free. So Casey and my time are free. So we don't, you know, we don't ask you all, hey Dolly, we don't ask you all, just, you know, don't send any money. Do not send cash. People have asked about that. So don't send cash. So mine and Casey's time is free, you know, our time is free, but there are expenses to, you know, to keeping this going. So, you know, we've got maintenance fees and we've got hosting fees and we've got, you know, supplies, and we have, you know, all this other, you know, all these other things that we have, you know, expenses for. So we ask that you would send us some love bucks, and love bucks are just during the live chats. Love bucks are thumbs ups or hearts. How that pays us, it pays us emotionally, believe it or not. If you are, you know, if you are a church goer, you know that pastors have to have, I'm not a pastor, I'm just making a similar comment, that pastors have to have pastoral care because they just, you know, give and give and give and give and give, and they need people to pour back into them. Hello, Paula. That's what you all are doing for us. So every time, so if you're with us here live and you see all these gabajillions of hearts and thumbs going by, you are pouring into us and energizing us. It actually does give an energy. So I get excited about the chats, even though I have run all day today. I had to get up at 2 to get John ready to go to the airport. I dropped him off at the 2 a.m., not p.m. I dropped him off at the airport at 4 and then came home, took a tiny nap, a teeny tiny nap, and then got up. Dusty and I walked, then we went to Sunday school, then we did Dusty and I went and had Father's Day with John's dad since he was out of town. Then I went and did my dad's medicine. Then we went and had a tiny Father's Day with Alan and Casey. Then I came back and got all this ready. So we're go, 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 go. But even though we're go, 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 the love that you all send, so when y'all do the thumbs ups, when you do the hearts, when you like things on Facebook, when you like things, I'm hoping y'all are still there. Somehow my phone, even though I have notifications turned off. So Casey, if you wouldn't mind letting your grandfather know, Baba, if you wouldn't mind letting him know, I can't answer the phone, so he needs to not call me back. I don't know why I had that notification turned off, but it still rang through. Anyway, so, but when you subscribe on YouTube, that one's my favorite, is subscribing when you all share the chats. Okay, so we won't talk too much about Love Bucks. It is on the blog. It's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And at the very top, it talks about ways to support us. Yeah, so you can read all about it there. Okay, because you know me, I'm going to end up talking, and we're not going to talk about anything. Okay, so anyway, so if you're watching first time on YouTube, or if you're watching on YouTube, you know, I'll tell you when we're going to, you know, when we actually start. I'll tell you what minute to start at. Or you can listen to the Hey Hellos and wish that you were here with us live. So, it looks like we've got a couple of kids' birthdays coming up. Okay, so thank you all. Speaking of birthdays, thank you all for the wishes for my birthday. There were so many of you said happy birthday. It actually took me until the next day to see all of them, because there were so many of them. So I do thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, and again, happy Father's Day. So, and thank you. Sylvia says, cute talk. Casey got this for me, and it says, holy guacamole. Even though Oprah still refused, and you can see, I'm already having my pre-chat meltdown. Casey got this for me like 2 Mother's Days ago, I think. But if we have any dads here, do we have any dads here that we can say happy Father's Day to? If you're a dad of a human baby or a fur baby, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. So, keep on sending the love bucks. Love those. Speaking of love bucks, again, I'm not asking y'all to send me anything, but how cute are these? Kim sent me these. She finds the cutest stuff to send, and she sent me these. So, yeah, she knows me too well. She knows us too well. But thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, and I will thank you later. But thank you so much, Kim, for those. Those are adorable, and we will definitely be using those. Maybe we'll have everybody over to the loft for July 4th and use those. That would be super cute. So I just need to point out, and happy birthday, Katie. I missed that, but I did see somebody say happy birthday, Katie, and maybe somebody accidentally hit the angry face. Yeah, we don't do angry faces here, so watch those fingers, lady. Watch your fingers. Okay, just want to make sure everybody knows that the salmonella warning that we talked about last week, the salmonella warning has extended into Tennessee now. They've been talking about Sprouts, and they've been talking about, you know, some other stores. So anyway, just be aware. Check if you don't know about the salmonella warning. It was on melon. In my opinion, all of the melon that should have been affected should have either already been consumed or be so gross that you can't eat it. But they're still talking about it. So some people are very, very sick. So please just be aware of that. Okay, so Casey said that my dad butt dialed me. That's what I get for calling him today instead of just texting him. But anyway, I'm more irritated at why my phone let it, come through. Anyway, okay, so you know what's next. Hey, Irma. So you know what's next. Who went to their meeting last week? So who attended? Oh, wait. Let's see, Judy says, my husband just asked me if you are the egg lady and how you got the name. Okay, so real quick, really quick, just for Judy's husband. Yes, I am the egg lady, and I also put that on the, the thing about the love bucks. So that was on the, on the blog. So Judy's hubby, actually you'll just have to go read it there. So if you go read that on the blog, actually if you go there, it's www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. You can read the story behind the egg, and that's on, and that explains it, in great gory detail. And actually it's funny, Judy's husband, don't know your name, but Judy's husband, it's funny that you should say that or ask that, because I actually made myself a note today that I need to do a little video instead of just having it typed out, that I need to do a little video. So girls that went to your meetings, awesome. Yeah, I can see you going here, both, here. Oh, and Judy's husband's listening. So Judy's husband, I can't go into, the long story right now. And Dolly says it's a good story. Thank you. But if you do go to the blog and read, or maybe I'll do a video and post it. So the girls that are saying both, or here, or went. So if you're new here, what I'm asking, or what I had asked and got distracted, was who attended their meeting. So you went to your meeting place, you went to your physical meeting. I go to a meeting in Powell, so I did attend, so I get 1 point for that. And or you attended our meeting here. So even if you don't attend a physical meeting, if you're on Weight Watchers Online, or you were out of town, or you needed a break, or we have people here that that for whatever reason aren't able to go to to a meeting. It's gotten out of your budget, the meeting in your area is closed, it's too far away, whatever. If you went to your physical meeting or here, then you get a Bravo sticker. So bravo everybody. Yeah, bravo everybody that went. And if you went to both meetings, so if you went to your physical meeting and you attended with us here last Sunday, you get 2 Bravo stickers. So 1, 2, there's 2 Bravo stickers for you. And hey Teresa, you're not late. We just got started. You know me, I'm yak. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and Tanya said not only did she attend, she did her homework. Woo! We're going to get to the homework in just a few minutes, and then you can brag about yourself. Awesome. Yay, good job. Good job. Okay, so next. Oh, and Casey is still working on the Bravo stickers. Tell me this. Okay, so the Bravo stickers. Let's just sidetrack for here just a second. And what did Tanya say that everybody's laughing about? Hold on, let me see if I can go look without messing y'all up. Nope, it's not gonna let me. I'll have to look and see what was so funny later. Okay, so I have a quick question for you all. Casey's working on the Bravo stickers. How many of you all would be able to get access to, like at maybe an office supply store or something like that, a sheet of stickers, like a sheet of stickers that you could print out? How many of you could do that? Print it on, because we were going to make them as a printable so that you can download it and print it, that we don't have to ship you anything, because y'all know I'm not good at that. But the sheets of stickers that have circles on them, and you could print them out on the circles, or would you all rather she didn't do them as circles and you could just print them out on a piece of paper, and then you could cut them out and tape them in, or use a little bit of glue, or something like that. So if y'all let Casey know if you can do stickers, if you can print stickers, I mean for yourself. I'm not talking about print them and send them to people. I'm just talking about for yourself to make your own Bravo stickers. Would it be easier for you if she made them in a format? Yeah, okay, so Sybil does full sheet labels. So would it be easier for you all, for yourselves, not for somebody else to print and send them to you, but for you all, for her to format it in such a way so that you can feed a sheet of stickers into your whatever kind of printer you have, and print it out on the sticker paper. So looks like several of you could do that. So okay, so maybe we'll do that then. Maybe we will have her, hey Popsicle. So maybe we'll have her format them then so that they'll print out on a sheet of the round stickers. And then if you don't have access to sticker stock, or a printer, maybe, or like a printer that would print on stickers, then maybe you can just print them on paper and then cut them out. Would that work? And does anybody have any clue what the Avery number is? I mean, it doesn't have to be just Avery, but does anybody have any clue what the Avery number is for those sheets? So it's like a regular size sheet of paper, but it has circle stickers on it. Does anybody have any clue what number that is? So that some of the other ladies will know, and so I'll know too. But anyway, okay, so yeah, well, okay, while y'all are talking about the stickers, I got to sidetrack us for just a second. So over in the If You Have an Egg group, oh, and Kathy's got to go. She's got a phone call. Bye. Is it my dad? Is my dad calling you Kathy? Did he call you and interrupt the chat? Yeah, since he couldn't get me. Okay, anyway, so we've been debating this and debating this and debating this and debating this and debating this. So do we have anyone here? I know there was somebody, I already said hi to somebody from Canada. Who is here from Canada tonight? So if you're here from Canada, just type Canada or I'm from Canada or something. Oh, and Lacey's looking up the number on the stickers. Oh, whoa, Carol already found it. Avery 5162. Oh, that's labels but not round. Okay, yeah, we need the round ones. Okay, Kim's here from Canada. Who else is here from Canada? Ooh, and hubby Joel is grilling. Hubby Joel, save us some. Save us some food. Save us some of your grilling stuff for when we get done. Okay, Kim's here from Canada. Sylvia's here from Canada. Yeah, so who? Anybody else? Any other Canadian ladies? Don't make me sing "Oh Canada." Okay. Oh, and Amanda says she loves my shirt. I have no idea where I got it, or I got it from Casey. But hey, Casey. And in case y'all don't know, if y'all are new, and okay, Teresa says it's Avery 3383 sticker project paper, and Sybil says round 22807. So it looks like we got a couple of choices, so we'll have to pick one. But if any of you are new, Casey is my daughter, and she helps me with all of this stuff. Except she is the mother of the most beautiful child, hey Debbie, on the planet. So she's kind of busy doing that right now, so she doesn't get to come here to do these. But she got this for me 2 Mother's Days ago, I think. Okay, so Canada ladies, we've been debating this all day long. What is this? What is this? I know it's backwards. I know this is backwards, but this very clearly says Canadian bacon. I bought this at the grocery store yesterday just for tonight's chat. Canadian. I know it's backwards, but this says Canadian. No, Kim says it's back bacon. It says Canadian bacon. Canadian. Yeah. So, nope. Roberta says it's back bacon. It's Canadian bacon. So my entire life, I have thought that Canadian bacon, obviously I'm from the United States, and very obviously I'm from the southeastern United States, but my entire life I have thought that Canadian bacon was either A, invented by Canadians, or it was made in Canada, or, you know, maybe it was made out of Canadians. I don't know. But yeah, so apparently Canadians do not call this Canadian bacon. They call it back bacon, right? Okay, I know. Jennifer says they don't call American cheese by that name. What? You don't call American cheese American cheese? It's American cheese. What? I know. Okay, and then Kim says something about the pea meal bacon. I want to try the pea meal bacon because is that this wrapped in cornmeal? Is that what that is? Anyway, it was just a funny. We call it Canadian bacon, just so you know, Canadian. Okay, so I'm gonna set that over there and hopefully I won't forget to put it back in the refrigerator. Okay, so quickly, we have, anyway, so that was breaking news for me yesterday, and I thought, you know, seriously, I mean, maybe not millions of Americans, but there are probably hundreds of Americans. I at least found some that, you know, some Americans that were like, huh, what? They don't call it Canadian bacon? I mean, like, my mind was blown away that it's not called Canadian bacon. I mean, you can go into McDonald's all over the planet and order French fries, and they still call them French fries. Even though the French didn't invent them, I don't guess. But anyway, they're still called French fries. Anyway, that just kind of blew my mind that you all do not call it Canadian bacon. Okay, so each week I am trying to read 3 questions, or I'm trying to answer 3 questions from people who are not able to attend our live chats. So the very first one, and I get this one a lot, but I got it again this week, is are you vegetarian? Like, am I vegetarian? No, I am not vegetarian, as evidenced by the fact that I have not Canadian bacon. Un-Canadian bacon. I don't know what to call it now. I do not know what to call this now. But yeah, I get asked that a lot if I'm vegetarian, because some of the things, and actually the guy who watches the dog sitter that we have for Dusty, he asked me that the third day, second or third day that he was here. He said, "Are you like vegan or something, vegan or vegetarian or something?" And I said, "No, why?" And he goes, "Because what you eat he goes, it's kind of makes me think that you're vegan or vegetarian. I said, no, but my mother is vegan. My mother's vegan, or she was, and we have downgraded her or upgraded her, I don't know what to call it, and look, the paper clip's back. I don't know where I keep coming up with this thing from, but the paper clip is back. Anyway, so she was vegan, and we've upgraded or downgraded her to vegetarian in the nursing home, but she made so many vegan meals for me. I used to eat with her every single Saturday night, and she made so many vegan things that, you know, I kind of eat that way. And I know, Sybil, that darn paperclip. I know, and I can't stop fiddling with it. I'll put it down for a minute. Anyway, so, you know, she's the one that introduced me to tofu. She's the one that introduced me to Angie, bam, the Bragg's nutritional yeast. So a lot of the things that I eat, you know, like that. Anyway, but I personally am not vegetarian or vegan. I do really love meatless meals. I don't eat meat necessarily every day, or, you know, or every meal. But anyway, so no, I'm not vegetarian. Then I had this one I had to print. Okay, so Carol is she's a new member in our, yeah, and I can see a couple of y'all are going, I'm just going to call it Canadian bacon, like Lynn. She's just going to call it Canadian bacon because that's what it is. Carol is a new member to our closed group, and if you are not in our closed group and you would like to join, maybe somebody can put up the link to it, or I'll put up the link to it when we get done with the chat. But if you ask to join, you have to answer the 3 questions. Believe it or not, I have the requests down to like 200 and something. I have worked and 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 worked. And Angie, we will talk about Bragg's in a minute. My fingers to the nub, getting it down to that number. You know, we've been over 1,000 people requesting for months, and I have it down to about 200. Whew, so, but if you don't answer the 3 questions, I can't let you in. So sorry, I can't spend that much time researching to make sure that you're safe, because it is it's a safe place for us. Yeah, anyway, so if you want to be in the closed group, please do request. I'll put the link up here later, or if somebody can grab it for us and put it up. But Carol, anyway, you have to answer the 3 questions, or I'm not letting you in. Carol is a new member in our group, and she said, and y'all are gonna have to help me with this one. She asked, she said, I am insulin dependent. How can I lose some weight? So Carol is over in our closed group. I will ask this again for her there. Suggestions? I don't know. I am not insulin dependent. Thank goodness. I'm not, you know, I don't have any, hey Janice, I don't have any issues like that. So does anybody have any advice for Carol, or do we have anybody else here that is insulin dependent? And are you having any issues with losing weight? But anyway, so if y'all could, if there's anybody here that has any advice on that, if you could just answer Carol here, and I will, okay, and Sylvia, this 3 is because we have friends that are deaf, and we have friends who teach sign language, and yeah, that's 3. Anyway, this is W, that's 3. Anyway, so if you're here and you have any advice on Weight Watchers on, yeah, Sylvia says ASL, yes, 3, yes, Sylvia. But anyway, if you have any advice for Carol, or if you're in our closed group, if you could pop over there and maybe give her some advice, that would be awesome. I don't have any advice on that, but it would be great if y'all could help her out. Okay, and then the last one was, and I got this a lot this week, so I don't know if like there's a new Weight Watchers commercial on, or I don't know what's going on, but I got this one a lot this week. Can I eat, oh, and I spelled it wrong for myself. Can I eat too many free foods? Okay, they said, can I eat too many, oh Sylvia, that would be so bad. That would be so bad, because I'm so slow. Anyway, but I got this a lot this week, so I don't know if, I don't know if there's a new commercial. I don't know if it was something about this week's topic. I don't know what it was about, but I kept getting, can I eat too many free foods? Okay, so you notice I had to put my hands down. I had to hold on to my hands when I said free. And yes, Sybil and Sylvia, that would be so much fun, because I would love to practice again. But anyway, so I had to hold my hands when I said free, because what I wanted to do was free foods, but they didn't do that. I did that. And then I put in parentheses in my notes, 0. So there are no free foods. That's actually part of tonight's chat. So we'll get to that in just a second. First, really quickly, because I have a lot of things to show you all, really quickly, last week's topic was to set your summer goals. So it was just, try and set some goals for the summer. My goal that I set for this summer was to get back on the making, taking, and eating my lunch every day this summer, because I had gotten up to week 11. I'd gotten up to week 11 and then, had 3 wheels fall off. My one little, that one little wheel that I was driving on that week, it just didn't happen. So now I'm back to week 2. And if you watch the Wednesday wrap-up this last week, I have completed the 2nd week of doing that. So your homework for last week was to write down for your summer plan one thing, one action that you could start the next day. And then you were going to be specific. What did you want? What did you want to do? And then when were you going to do it, and for how long? So mine again was to, and I wanted you to write it down. So mine, again, my one action, my one small action was to and Jennifer says overeating is overeating, even if I'm eating 0 point foods, and you're exactly right, and that is what we're going to talk about tonight. So mine was to start making, taking, and eating my lunch at work again. Again, I was 11 weeks in, which was insanity because I had never made it even 3 days. I had never even made it 3 days into a week before. It was just, a disaster. So so I started that again. Well, I'm on week 2. And so I was specific. I was specific. And said, and put down that I wanted to do to make, take, and eat my lunch every day. So that's on Monday through Thursday, and then on Saturday. And let's see, Myra has lost her motivation since she learned that she can't go to meetings anymore because her work hours have changed. Myra, come to our meeting. What are your meeting? Come to our meetings on Sunday nights. So you're here. You're at our meeting. So here's your sticker. Here's your Bravo sticker. But anyway, so that was my specific goal. I wrote it down, and I have done it for 2 weeks. And you'll see as part of this chat that I'm working on number 3. So who set their summer goal? I see some coming up. I see Lacey, Tanya, Sybil says this is a meeting too. Yep, Lynn did 1. Yeah. We love you too, Myra. Yeah. Okay, a lot of y'all did your homework. Very good. Very good, girls. Very good. You get an extra Bravo sticker for doing that. Okay, and Sylvia is tracking macros. I don't know what that means, so you're gonna have to explain it to us. Yeah, look, Jennifer. Okay, yep, Jennifer's working on hers. Very good, ladies. Awesome. Wendy's popsicles working on tracking. Very good. Genya. Oh, am I saying that right? Genya, am I saying that right? I hope so. Everybody say hi to Genya. It's Jenya. Yeah, she's working on 1. Myra's working on tracking. Joyce set a goal. Awesome. Betty set a goal. Very good, ladies. Very good. Michelle is increasing her time on her Gazelle. Whew, that just makes me hurt to think about it. I've tried the Gazelle a couple of times. Ew, it just freaks me out. I don't know. I can't do it. Oh, and I said Jenya's name right. Yay! Yay! Oh, and we have. Y'all know me. I'm going to get distracted for just a second, because we're actually doing really good on time. And I will pause to say here in the middle that if Facebook croaks out on us tonight, hang tight, because last week it just went away. So I hit live again and came right back. So if it chucks us, hold on, just sit tight, and I'll hit go live again, and we'll go right back to being live. Anyway, hopefully it's going to leave us alone. So really quick though, I'm sidetracking a little bit. So I know we have a couple of people from Canada here. So I'm from the United States. This is a United States based chat, and the group that we have is United States based just because I'm in the United States. That's the only reason that it is. But I'm just curious because we've had so many people from other countries join this last few weeks. Like we've had Australia, we've had we're Ireland. We've had I can't even remember where all. But I think Weight Watchers is in like 30 different countries. So if you're in a different country, I would love to hear where you're from. I would love to hear, even if you're watching this later on YouTube, I would love to hear where you're from. That's always exciting to me. I can actually see what countries people are from when they're looking at my blog. I can't see anything about you when you're on www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. Like, I'm not getting any data. I'm not collecting any data, but it does tell me, and yes, it was right. Somebody does watch from England, but it does tell me where it's being viewed from. And I love it because I sit and scroll through and go, oh my gosh, I'm really big in the Isle of Man today, or whatever. Anyway, just a fun thing for me. Okay, so that we can keep to our time, I'm gonna. Jennifer said Texas. Does that count? Sure, yeah. Okay, because this topic is going to take a little while. This is not going to be a hard discussion. This is not going to be an in-your-face like I was with the plateau chat. And if you missed the plateau chat, you need to go back on YouTube and watch it. That's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg, or you can scroll through the videos here on our Facebook page and you can find it. But this one's not going to be that bad. But we are going to have to chat. We are going to have to talk about this, okay? And I got the paperclip back. And it looks like we've got the whole state of Texas is here. But the plateau chat is, it was a come to Jesus meeting for you all and for me too. So you need to go back and watch it if you haven't watched it. And there was somebody so sweet, and I can't remember her name, but on Connect, on Weight Watchers Connect, and she, bless her heart, she said she watched or listened to, I can't remember, the plateau chat 3 times. She listened to it 3 times, and then she said she got all of her stuff together and she got all of her, what she was going to do for her meal prep and everything, and then she watched it one more time before she got started, and she had a great weight loss last week. I mean, an awesome weight loss last week. It was really good. So the plateau chat, again, that was my favorite topic so far this year from Weight Watchers. Thank you, Weight Watchers, for that. Favorite one so far this year. So this one's not going to be quite as, I'm not going to be as in your face, but we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. So, okay, I want to start by saying this. Freestyle has either been a blessing or a curse for everyone that I've talked to so far. So people either love it or they hate it. I am not finding any, and I'm calling them in-betweensies. So, everybody's like, Freestyle or ugh, Freestyle. I am not finding any people that are in between, no in-betweensies. So there are no, I haven't found anybody that's on the fence. I haven't found, they just either love it or hate it. So tonight's chat, hopefully, Jennifer says she needs in your face on this. So Jennifer, go back and watch the plateau chat. Tonight's a slightly kinder, gentler, chat. But, so for those of you who hate it or who are struggling on it or who have left, and you're thinking about coming back to Weight Watchers, I think this is the chat for you. I think tonight's chat is the chat for you because, again, it's not quite as harsh as the plateau chat. But I've seen a lot of people on Instagram who, and it's funny because the people on Instagram that are so upset with it, none of them are new people. New people, for the most part, people that are new to Weight Watchers that have not done any previous plan, for the most part, y'all are doing pretty well. And if you're not, you're being really quiet about it. But people that are, I don't know, it's just people love it or hate it, or they hate it. So I think there are a few things that are keeping people from loving it. Oh, and I forgot to show you. That was your weekly from last week. Get one if you didn't get one. This is your weekly from this week. I'm hoping that this is the chat that if you're on the fence, that you'll get off the fence, or that you'll change teams, that you'll switch back to the Freestyle team. And I'm hoping that this is the chat that if you already love Freestyle, that you're going to love it even more. So so I've only got 21 minutes, so I'm going to talk a lot because I want you to love Freestyle by the time we get done talking tonight. So the topic for this week was how to make the most of 0-point foods. And Sybil, that's what you just said is exactly what we're going to talk about. So this is your weekly from last week. The plateau chat, what number is it? Ooh, I'll have to look. So Joanne is asking what number the plateau chat is. Does anybody know? I don't know. There's 76 of them. I don't know what number it is. The only one that I actually know the number is 50, and that's because we did it on location at Disney. But anyway, okay, and Libby's asking for the link for the online weekly handouts. Oh, and Mindy says that the Plateau Chat is number 70. Thank you. Thanks, Mindy, for letting us know. So this was your weekly. If you're online only, or if you missed a week, if you missed a week and you go to a physical meeting, your receptionist should have extra copies. I always ask for them. And if you're online only or on eTools, then you can print these out. They'll be in a PDF format, and there'll be a whole size, sheet of paper. So I'm not going to read you this one because I'm going to say I disagreed with some of the things in this week's weekly. I agreed with some things and I disagreed with some things. One of the statements in here says, remember, you don't need to weigh, measure, or track 0 point foods. I do agree with that. But I think the way it's presented in here might confuse some people, or might think they make them think they have more freedom than they really do. And I'll explain that in a second. And they said to use the scale for feedback. One source of feedback, sure, but I don't know. I just don't think I would point that out. Anyway, hey, and Barbara's in Florida. Hey, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so this was your weekly, and we have, let's see, somebody's asking about regular meetings. Okay, I'm sorry, Sybil's asking about regular meetings because they're running a special at work that's $31.11 a month. I don't know, somebody else will have to answer that because I'm lifetime, so I'm in a different price scale. Okay, so I'm just going to start talking. 0 point foods. 0 point foods. That says 0 point foods backwards. It doesn't say free foods. It does not say free foods. So a lot of people who are struggling with the program, or they're having trouble wrapping their head around it, it's because some of them had the thought of not counting free food, 0 point food. Some of them, the thought of not counting, of not tracking the 0 point food is freaking them out. So track it, then track it. There's nothing that says you can't track it. I track every single thing that I put in my mouth. If I eat a Tic Tac, I put down a Tic Tac. If I eat a Lifesaver, gum, whatever it is, if I eat 2 of something, I put it in my mouth. If I eat something that's a different, like it calls for 1, but I think it's a bigger size than that, I track it all. Even if it's a 0 point food, I track it all. That way I can see, hey, am I kind of getting out of control on, something? Or like for me, I personally, just me, I am not saying this for anybody else, but just me, I have to limit my fruit. So I limit my servings of fruit to 5 a day, 5 or less a day. There are lots of days that I max it out and I eat 5 servings of fruit a day. But me personally, I have to limit it to 5. If I eat more than 5, and you know how I know that? Because I track it. And when I go back and look and I go, man, what happened that week? Why was I up a little bit or whatever? It's, I can see fruit is one of the things that gets me. So I track it all. And that way I can see if I had a really good week, I can see what I ate. If you're not you don't have to track them. You do not have to track them. You don't have to track the 0 point foods. But if you don't track them, or if you're not writing them down, then if you had a really good week, how would you ever know how to go back and repeat it? I mean, like, you couldn't repeat it if you didn't write it down. So I think a lot of people I see a whole lot of people that are saying, I just can't wrap my head around that. I cannot wrap my head around the fact that it's 0, or they're calling it free, and it's not free, but they can't wrap their head around it. Okay, well then write it down. If that freaks you out, write it down. Write it down. If that makes it easier, it's easier for me. Another thing I see, people are not eating all their points. Okay, you don't have to eat all your points, but eat some points. I eat points with every single meal. So I eat a couple of points at breakfast. I usually have 2 to 3 points at breakfast. When I have my mid-morning snack, I have at least 1 point with my mid-morning snack, 1 to 2 points. Lunch is usually 6, 7, or 8 points. So I have a couple of points, at least a couple of points, at least 2 points for me, at least 2 points with every single meal. So that way I have something that's going to fill me up a little bit more. I've got, I'm more satisfied, whatever. So I eat some points with every single meal. Because I'll see a lot of people just eating 0 point foods, and then they're like, well, how long can I do this? Well, not long. that's actually the next one. Don't just eat 0-point foods all day. You can't do that forever. You cannot just eat 0-point foods all day long, every single day. Now, if you're saving up points because you're going to do something special, you know, like if you're going to a big birthday party or going to a wedding, not because you have a bag of M&Ms sitting in your cupboard. That is not special. M&Ms is not special. Grabbing something out of the snack machine at work, that is not special. That's not special. I would not save points. I would not eat 0-point food all day long and then go grab something out of the snack machine at work. That is not special. If there's a special meal, if you're going somewhere and you can only get that there, or, you know, again, a wedding, you know, something special, yes, then I would eat 0-point foods and save for that. But don't eat 0-point foods all day, every single day. You're going to burn out. You're going to get in a rut, and then you're going to have to go back and watch the plateau chat because you'll be in a rut. You can't exist like that long term. Your family's going to kill you if you just eat 0-point foods all day. You know, because you're not going to make separate meals for everybody, I don't think. But yeah, I would not do it. I would not eat 0-point foods all day, every day. You got to mix it up, and I'll show you a few things here in just a second. If you're really, really struggling, I already said it a second ago. Oh, Angie says, or if hubby Joel is grilling. Is that you eat 0-point foods if he's grilling? Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I already said it a second ago, but the next thing on my list is rewatch the plateau chat. So if you are stuck in a plateau, or even if you're not stuck in a plateau, even if you just can't figure out how to make all this work, I still think the plateau chat, you can go to the week 1 chat. I do not know the number on that. The week 1 chat was done when we were still on Smart Points, but it's still all of those principles, still apply. So the week one chat is actually also on the blog. It's www.ifyouhaveanegg.com, but it's on YouTube, and the plateau chat is on YouTube, both on YouTube. If you have an egg, it's youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, but always go back to your basics. Always go back to your basics, yeah. So the next one, I'm not going to beat you in the head, but I'm going to show you something that might be a shocker. I showed this to John before he left, and he was like, wow, really? So y'all know me and my serving sizes. So that's a banana, and I would say that's about a serving size of a banana. Okay, so, and he laughed because when I came out with this, he said, let's see, Liz said, how do you balance points and 0? Do you let the success at the scale determine it? Sometimes yes. So scale, how I feel, how my pants fit, how my Fitbit fits. Yes, I do. You know, let that determine how I do. That's also why I record everything, because that way I know I can go back and see, wow, that was a really good week, or oh, that week was awful. Okay, so that's a banana, right? And John said, he was like, did the produce people think you'd lost your mind because I was picking around and everything? So look at that. Okay, see a little bit of difference in the size of that one? Yeah, this is more of a normal banana, and I don't know that there's a ruling on what size a normal banana is, but you know, it's just barely out of my hand. You know, I would say that this is a normal banana. I would count this as one banana. It's little buddy over here though. Look at that thing. I only got one of these. I got a bunch of these, but I only got one of the ginormous one. But I mean, my gosh, look at that. It is all, yeah, Lynn says it's 2 servings. It is almost, and Michelle said, OMG. That's almost double. That's almost a two banana. That's an Oak Ridge banana. Okay. Check your serving sizes. I got one more serving size to show you. And this is the one where John was like, are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. So this is an apple, right? Everybody know this is an apple. And I'm going to say, yeah, it's Big Buddy. Yeah, Sybil says just Big Buddy instead of it's Little Buddy. Exactly. So that's an apple. So it fits in my hand. You know, that is an apple. This is one apple. Yeah, and Mary says once upon a time, a serving of a banana was half. Yeah, we used to have to count bananas. So people that are whining about counting some stuff, we used to have to count bananas. So this is an apple, right? Okay, look what I found. This is also an apple. Look how huge. Yeah, and Sybil says she remembers the apple comparison. Well, this one's worse. So This is a regularly sized apple. It looks like a normal apple, right? This looks like a normal apple. Look how tiny this looks now compared to this one. This apple is huge. It's absolutely huge. So, A, this is 1 serving of apple. B, this is like, and yes, Barbara, it has to be an Oak Ridge apple. This is like, I don't know, probably 4 servings of apple. But let me make a point with this. Okay, this is, I have 10 minutes. Okay, this is a 0-point food. So everybody would agree, an apple, 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples, 4 apples. If this is 4 apples, this is still a 0-point food. But let me just say something. This apple, I had them weigh it at Publix yesterday. This apple weighs 0.86 pounds. This apple, see how big this is in my hand? And Liliana said, did you weigh them? Yeah, this one, I didn't weigh the little one. This one weighs 0.86 pounds. So the reason John went, oh, what, yesterday? Okay, hadn't even thought about this. 0-point apple. How many of you eat a little teeny tiny bit of something before you go to weigh in? Like my weigh in is from 6 to 6. It's from 6 to 6:30, and the meeting's from 6:30 to 7. I have to have a snack before I go. So normal snack for me is an apple or a banana, you know, or something with like a piece of cheese or something. This weighs 0.86 pounds. This is a 0-point apple. Even though it's this much bigger than this one, this is still a 0-point apple. But if you ate this before you weighed in, guess what? Right there's a 0.86. That's almost a pound. This is almost a 1-pound apple. A pound. So if you ate this right before you went to your weigh-in and you had a gain, I'm guessing it was that right there. Okay, so I'll get off the apple. But check your serving sizes. Check them out. Check them out. Yeah, you got to check them out. Okay, you got to make it fun. You've got to make it fun. So you got to spice it up a little bit, make it fun, whatever you want to call it. So you've got to, you know, like get funky with your 0-point foods, and you know, and do some things with them. So one thing I want to show you, this making, taking, and eating my lunch every day. I bought some little silicone cups, and guess what, Lynn? You're getting those in your box. But anyway, you're getting a few of them in your box. So I started, these were the little inexpensive divided trays that I got at, I think I got them at Big Lots. They were like 4 for $5 or something. So I bought some little cups, bought some little things to put in there. And Casey, by the way, this is your lunch tomorrow. But I bought the little, you know, the little bento boxes so that I could make our, you know, take some 0-point foods, you know, and make them fun. So this is tuna. This is a pack of Star-Kissed tuna, and it is honey barbecue, and it's 2 Smart Points for the whole packet. But normal me would have just taken the packet and then opened the packet and sat there with a plastic spoon and eaten out of the top of it. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. And then this, is new to me. I had never seen these, but it is a new Laughing Cow cheese, and it is spicy pepper jack. Yeah, spicy pepper jack, and those are 1 Smart Point. And then this is 2 different flavors of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and I'll have to tell y'all how to make that later because we do not have time tonight to talk about that. I flavored them so they are still 0 Smart Points with some raspberries and some carrots. So the raspberries are 0, the yogurt is 0, the carrots are 0. The only points in this whole thing, it's 1 point for that, and it is 2 points. It's 1 point for the Laughing Cow cheese, the spicy pepper jack cheese, and it is 2 Smart Points for the tuna. So that's a 3 Smart Point lunch, but I made it fun so that Casey would want to eat it, you know, and hey Tedders, and so, yeah, anyway, so that she would want to eat it and so that it would be fun. Okay, I think we can all agree, I'm going to talk really fast because we have 6 minutes, so I think we can all agree this is an egg, right? So that is 1 egg, and 1 egg is 0 Smart Points. Am I correct? 1 egg is 0 Smart Points, correct? Okay, so I see a lot of people, okay, tuna, and Debbie says tuna is 0. Tuna is 0. That tuna is like this. It's not this flavor, but it's like this. It has flavoring in with it, and those do have points. So if this was plain tuna, it would be 0, but this one with the flavoring is 2 smart points. So this is an egg, and an egg is 0 smart points, and this is 1 egg. Okay, I have spent many, many, many a day just picking up an egg and eating it, just eating an egg. How boring is that? So here's the same egg. I'm gonna take my handy dandy egg slicer, and if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. So I'm gonna take my handy dandy egg slicer and I'm gonna slice it, and I'll show you here in a second. I can't lift this up high enough to show you, and I'm actually gonna put it out on a plate. So I'm just setting it out on a plate, and you can see it's taking me like, what, 30 seconds to do this because I'm talking while we're doing this. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of, wrong side, I'm gonna take a little bit of Bragg nutritional yeast, and this is what Angie was hoping for. So the Bragg nutritional yeast, I started eating it because my mother's vegan, and she used it for nutritional purposes, but it is also delicious. 1 tablespoon of the Bragg kind of nutritional yeast is 0 smart points. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of Bragg nutritional yeast on there. Then I'm gonna take some, let's see, today I picked up Dax BB Queen seasoning, and I'm gonna put a little bit of seasoning on there. So just a sprinkle of your favorite seasoning. You know, this one just happens to be Dax. And then I also have, quickly, I'm gonna take the little baby banana, so the little one, not the big one. And you know, I can do this because my banana was washed. Remember, I washed my bananas, and I'm just going to quickly cut it up onto the same plate. So we're still under a minute. So we've taken, you know, our plain boring egg, and in under, I swear we're still under a minute. In under a minute, we've sliced the egg, added a little bit of Bragg's to it, put a little bit of seasoning on it, and I'm going to, now I've sliced up a banana, and I'm gonna take 1/2 of a tablespoon of True Nut peanut powder, and I'm gonna add that, and I'll show you just here in a second. So that's the True Nut, and in under 2 minutes, now that same egg is a sliced hard-boiled egg with some Bragg nutritional yeast and some seasoning, and we have a sliced banana with True Nut peanut powder on it, and we have some, these are just some snow peas that I steamed before. I don't know why, but I love steamed snow peas for breakfast. Do not know why. That's just like one of my favorite things to add at breakfast. This is all still 0 smart points. So now I will add something. I'm not gonna eat 0 smart points for breakfast because tomorrow I do not need to have 0 smart points for breakfast. But the 1/2 of a tablespoon of the True Nut, so I'll probably add some granola to this or something else. But yeah, so that boring old egg, you know, turned into something like that. Still the same number of points. Okay, and I am gonna start talking really, really fast. Okay, next thing, bulk it up. So hold on, bulk it up. Bulk it up, bulk it up. Hashtag bulk it up. So y'all know I love to talk about hashtag bulk it up all the time, about adding things to other food so that you can bulk it up. This example, I get to eat later, so I'm super excited about this. Okay, this is 3 points of pasta and 1 point of marinara sauce. So this is 3 points plus 1 point is 4 points, right? So that is 4 points for the pasta and the marinara sauce. Okay, but I bulked it up and did, oh, and I'll show you about them at the same time. I bulked it up, and this one is also 3 points of pasta. Then it has spaghetti squash on there, if you can see it. So it has spaghetti squash, and I cooked it in the air fryer. Excuse me while I lick my fingers. But I cooked my spaghetti squash in the air fryer by itself, didn't cut it first, and I'll show you how to do that later because we are out of time, almost out of time tonight. But anyway, so it is still 3 points of pasta, then spaghetti squash, the same amount of marinara, and these are mushrooms, and I cooked these in the air fryer too. And the mushrooms you cook at the same time and temperature. The instructions for the mushrooms are exactly the same as the instructions for my air fryer asparagus, and that's on the blog www.ifyouhaveanegg.com. So yeah, you can go there and look. So that's 4 points, or that's 4 points. So who's gonna hashtag bulk it up? I mean, look at the difference. You can even see it over the top of that plate. Yeah, hashtag bulk it up. Okay, so, and the spaghetti squash is 0 smart points, and the mushrooms obviously are 0 smart points. Okay, so I get asked this a lot. Okay, so people that are still struggling with it, and thank you, Sybil, for putting that up. These are the most frequent questions that I get. This isn't a question, but I don't like beans. I hear that a lot. Okay, you don't have to just eat beans. You don't have, I'm not asking you to eat. I think when people think of beans, when they say, oh, but I don't like any beans, and you don't have to eat beans, but I think they're thinking that you're just gonna open a can and pour it in a bowl and eat the beans. You don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. So one thing I would like, that I always ask people is, do you like chili? Chili has beans in it. That has beans in it, yeah. There are a lot of things that you can add beans to. You can add beans to nachos, you can add them to chili, you can add them to a whole lot of things. You don't have to just open a can of beans. I happen to love beans. Yeah, Cheryl doesn't like tofu. We're gonna teach Cheryl how to eat tofu. Another one I get is none of the vegetables I eat are on the list. So when I ask people, what vegetables do you eat? This is a frequent answer. I have bad news. Tater tots and mac and cheese are not vegetables. I know macaroni and cheese is on the Cracker Barrel menu as a vegetable, but it's not. Yeah, Cracker Barrel, hey Evie, Cracker Barrel, the sides that they have are not necessarily, vegetables. So yeah, tater tots and mac and cheese are not vegetables. Yeah. Okay, and my family will not eat turkey. I don't know why specifically. I don't know why specifically turkey. I get that a lot. So I don't know if I don't know why turkey. I mean, I think turkey and chicken are fairly similar. My family eats turkey. My family eats turkey a lot. And I have the, that man's chicken, that man's turkey tenderloin, but it's still very obviously turkey. So my question is, if your family won't eat turkey, will they eat this? Do you think your family would eat this? These are turkey meatloaf muffins, and several people have recipes for this. So if you want to try something like this on your, yeah, Casey says, take that back. Tater tots are my favorite veggies. So these are turkey meatloaf muffins, and Drizzle Me Skinny has a recipe for them. Skinny Taste has a recipe for them. These are mine works in progress. They were good, but they weren't great. So until they are great, I will just eat them, and then I'll post a recipe when I get, when it's perfected. But until they are perfection, you can't have my recipe. But again, Skinny Taste has a recipe, and Drizzle Me Skinny has a recipe. So would your family eat that? Do you think they would eat little meatloaf, things? I mean, that's not the only thing you can make with turkey. And then here is a little 3-bean salad that I made. This is 0 smart points. And these the little turkey meatloafs, I think the ones from Drizzle Me Skinny are like, I want to say they're like maybe a point a piece, maybe. Yeah, and Sybil says Mud Hustler's bird balls are great. They are really good. They are really good. And I don't remember, Sybil, are they 1 point for one, or you get 2 of them for 1 point? I can't remember. But this little bean salad, so simple. I just took 3 different kinds of beans, put it into a container, put some, we prefer the red wine vinegar. Put some red wine vinegar in there with it, a teeny tiny bit of oil, like a teaspoon of oil for 3 cans of beans, so that doesn't really add any points to it, and a tiny bit of Truvia blend, and made a little 3-bean salad. So, I mean, do you think your family would eat that? Because I think a 3-bean salad is pretty common. I mean, I don't think that one's something unusual. I don't think anybody would think they were on a diet, if they were eating that. So, okay. So what if you don't like any, and I get this a lot, I don't like any of the 0-point foods. You don't like any of them? None of them. There's over 200. There's over 200 items on that list. 200. So I'm really in shock when people say, I do not like anything. I've had people say that they were furious with Weight Watchers because they've taken away, I've gotten this, they've taken away everything. I don't eat anything on that list. if you don't eat any, if you honestly don't eat anything on a 200 item list, Weight Watchers might not be the plan for you. For the rest of you who don't live in such a tiny, little food box, and some people do, for the rest of you, here's what I want you to do. This is your homework. Your homework for this week, and even if you love Freestyle, this is your homework for this week, and we are right on time. Your homework for this week is find somewhere to print out the 200 things on the list. So I want you to don't mark up your book, because I'm going to ask you to write on this, so do not mark up your book. Find somewhere to print it out. It's on my blog, www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's there. Lots of people have posted it. I've seen it all over Pinterest. So if you... So print that out. I want you to print out the list of the 200 0-point foods. They're not free. Print out that list. Then I want you to take a marker, and this is why I don't want you to do it in your book. I want you to take a marker, and I want you to mark out everything that you honestly and truly do not like. So if you've tried it, you can't just say, oh, I don't think I would like Brussels sprouts, because I didn't think I liked them either. And guess what? I love them. I don't know why. I thought I hated Brussels sprouts, and I love them. But I want you to take a list that you don't mind marking up. So remember, don't make it your book. But I hope I didn't freeze. Sybil says I froze. I hope not, because we're almost done with the homework. But so I want you to print that list out, and then I want you to mark through anything that you honestly do not like. Like, for sure you have tried it, you do not like it, and you're not ever going to eat it. The items that are on that you don't like, go ahead and just mark them out. Just go ahead and mark those off the list. Then I want you to take what's left on that list. Yeah, and thank you, Joyce. It says keep going. So I want you to take what's left on that list, and I want you to pick one item from that list that you've never tried before. So maybe it's the spaghetti squash. Maybe it's there's a kohlrabi. Maybe it is lentils. Maybe but pick something. So from the things, you can only mark things off that you have actually tried. They have gone in your mouth. And I'll tell you what I tell Casey: if you don't like it, you never ever have to eat it again. But you have to take one bite before you can mark it off of your list. You have to take one bite and try it. But after you've marked those off, pick one thing from the haven't ever tried it list, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to pair it with something that you already know you like. So if you've got a favorite recipe, I love spaghetti. So it wasn't a big stretch for me to add spaghetti squash to it. But add it to something that you already like. So if you have a favorite recipe and you think, that might be good with some black beans in it, add a can of black beans to it. Or, that might be good with some fried tofu. Then call me and I'll teach you how to prepare tofu. But pick something, a meal that's familiar, a recipe that's familiar, something that you already have, and I want you to add that one food. It's one food. Surely to goodness y'all can do one food between now and next week. And then what your homework is, I want you to post a picture of it. Oh, quit yucking, Cheryl. I'll fix you tofu sometime, and you will love it. I promise you will love it. But I want you to post a picture somewhere and tag me in it. So if you post it on Instagram, tag me. If you post it on, Connect, tag me, and on Connect, I'm at Scrap and Stamp too. So on Instagram, I'm if you have an egg. Connect, it's at Scrap and Stamp 2. Here, y'all know how to tag me here. If you tag me here in the public public page, or if you are on the in the closed group. So I want y'all to tag me there, but post a picture, or if you can't post a picture, please do reply to this. So if you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you're watching it, I want you to reply with what you tried. So that's your homework. Everybody who's still here, and see, it worked for Cheryl. Cheryl hates cauliflower, but she loves riced cauliflower. That's a perfect example. So that's your homework. I expect you to check in. I expect to see some pictures before next week. So don't forget to tag me so that I can see them, and I know you did your homework, and you can get your Bravo sticker. So everybody, mark up a list. Pick something new that's left in the list. There's 200 items. 200. You can find something. Try it with something that you already enjoy. Try something new, and then post a picture, tag me, and I'll be checking in on you next week. Okay, so let's see if the sleepy boy, because Dusty had to get up at 2 o'clock this morning too. Yeah, and I haven't, he's had a couple of naps, but Buddy, you come say bye? Come here. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, he's getting up. He's getting up. He must be interested. He must think that he's going to get one of these turkey muffins. Buddy, come on. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Oh, come here, Buddy. He thinks there's turkey. He's thinking there's turkey meatloaf. He's thinking there's turkey meatloaf on the recipe. I will tell you though, if y'all have tried, if you do like turkey tenderloin or you don't mind trying it looking like turkey, we absolutely love the That Man's Chicken turkey tenderloin, and he begs for it. Absolutely begs for it. But anyway, okay, so it's been a very, very long day. Excuse you, Buddy. It's been a very long day. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. And thank you, Facebook, for letting us stay on the whole time. But y'all have an awesome week, and I can't wait to see your homework. Can't wait to see your homework. See you next week.